Alright, so the next step we want to do here is to, let me see. Right, when I click submit, I want to finish the bookmarks item on the screen, right? I want to finish it on the screen here. So let's have another function called a finish bookmark. Right, we need a finish function to finish the item on the screen. Let me see how we're gonna do it. Alright, so we're gonna have another item with a use state. So I have a constant with bookmarks. I'm thinking if that's a good idea, because I may, once I do that, maybe I need to change some more stuff. Yeah, so let's do it. So set bookmarks and equal to use state. That is start with empty array. At this time, we'll not start with empty string. That's empty array with bookmarks. Yeah, I'm getting some errors here. Bookmarks. Let me see. And since we create that with a use state, and we don't need to recreate inside here, so we can delete this store bookmarks inside submit. We don't need this one, right? The store bookmarks, this one, we don't need that. And bookmarks equals to, we're not gonna allow to do that, because if you create a variable with a use state, you cannot directly change the value inside it. When you want to change the value, we're gonna using the set bookmarks to change that and put this the value of it inside the parenthesis. We're gonna using set bookmarks to change the value of it. All right, that's a different. All right. Again, this is adding new bookmarks into it. When we change it, we're not gonna directly allow to do that. We need to set bookmarks. Alright, so the value of it is going to equals to the original bookmarks with a new item. So inside here, we're gonna using the split operator. Right, this is the bookmarks is original bookmarks array, and we're using a split operator to getting the items inside it. Right, means dot dot dot, getting all the item inside it, and then after it, we're gonna add in our new bookmark. Right, dot dot spread. We can use that this way to add in the new bookmark into it. The longer version going to be push and then you see the bookmarks added, but we can using the spread operator to directly add in that one at the end of bookmarks array. Right, so let's make it a little bit different. It should be still working. Let me double check about it. In application, let me try it. So ending M symbol. Nope, it's not working. M symbol is not added. Still empty. Let me see what's wrong with it. Okay, seems like this is a I need to do this after that. Let me see. Right, so here it comes with another thing we need to know is about asynchronous, asynchronous function. So the state, those two functions are running a little bit. Let me see how I can explain this. So in JavaScript, there are actually two kinds of function. One is called a synchronous function, and another is called asynchronous function. Two kinds of function. So synchronous function are running from the first line until the last line one by one. And asynchronous function, if you have it here, it's gonna waiting for all the code to finish it first, then we run it. And so in this case, if we want to run this set bookmarks, that is a asynchronous function, right? It's mentioned inside the React document by itself. So we want to run inside this case. If we want to run this code first before the next code, we're gonna need to tell the JavaScript I want to waiting for this one to finish first before we're executing the next line. So we need to put a wait here to tell it please waiting for this two lines code to finish first. To waiting for the set bookmarks code to finish first before we do the next line. So whenever you're using the bookmarks, you wanted that to be finished before the next code, you're gonna need to add in this one here. And to using the await, you're gonna need to put a async here to tell the JavaScript this is a synchronous function. We want to using the await inside it, so we're gonna put async here and put await inside here. And let me try if that works. Right now, M symbol still not working. Let me see, how do I fix it? Kind of annoying. Hold on. Let me try something. So let me get rid of the async and await. Maybe I don't need that. Just wanna do a console log here to make sure what do I have inside the bookmarks. Right, I'm gonna have to do that a lot when you're getting some error. Console log. That's empty. That's nothing. So it means the bookmarks is not. This bookmark is not added into there. Console log inside the here. Let me try that. Still empty. Console.log bookmark. It's definitely added. Checking the application here. Something is wrong. Let me see what is wrong here. Oh, I see. It's just what I think it is. Alright, so to fix that, we are going to using another item from the React. Sorry to make it so complicated. We're going to use something called use effect. Right after the use state, we're going to using something called use effect. What does that do is I want to put this line of code inside the use effect. That means once we change the set market is done, I want to run this code, this line of code. So we're going to put a use effect here. Use effect right before the return. and put a function inside it. And I'm gonna put this line inside the user effect. And this user effect actually takes two items. The first one is the function itself, like what function will run inside here, and the second is it takes array. It's like when do you want to run this function? You can ending the items into this array. Like you can put the bookmarks inside this array. That means when the bookmarks array changes, I want to run this line of code. I want to put this code inside here. That means when the bookmarks array is changed, I want to run this code. I want to add the item into the local storage. So let me try it again. M symbol. Now it's ended. And Facebook. Seems like it's not added. What? Let me see if I'm confusing myself. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to. Oh, actually, it's added. Yeah, it's added inside here. Yeah, it's added. Facebook. Yeah, it's added. Let me refresh the page. So M symbol, submit, M symbol, and the Facebook. Yeah, it's added. Right, it's added. So let me re-explain this again. So I just added a function called use effect. That means like a use effect allows you to run a piece of code when something changes. Right. So inside here, I tell it when the bookmarks array changes, I want to run this local storage set items code. So inside the when I click submit the button, right, it's going to change the bookmarks array with the set bookmarks, right? And when the set bookmarks change the bookmarks array, it's gonna call this function local storage the set item. It's gonna be a little bit hard to understand at first, but once we'll do it again, you're gonna see like why we're doing that. It's really hard to explain this. Here. Alright, so we're gonna keep going. Sorry. So now after we have this one, when I click submit, it's gonna end in the new bookmarks into local storage, and I also want this one to be showing on the screen. Right, I want to show it on the screen. Yeah, I think I picked the wrong topic today. I shouldn't start with bookmarks. Bookmarks is a little bit complicated when it's going into the React. So inside the HTML code here, we have a div with ID with bookmarks. Right. So what we used to have is we have the the finish bookmarks function. Right. I have finish bookmarks function. I'm gonna check in what we have inside bookmarks and render it one by one on the screen. Right. Like a bunch of code. So we can actually make it easier because right now we don't have HTML. So, for example, I can get rid of this ID here. I don't need to use incurred select by ID, so I don't need this ID anymore. And if I just put a curly brace, and I can, because I have the bookmarks array inside my index.js, I can directly render it from that array. So, for example, I can say bookmarks, the first item, the name. Right, this is just code. Bookmarks marks the first item, the name. You're going to be able to see its name on the screen. Oh no, maybe not. Hold on. Name. Oh. Let me comment this out. So I add an M symbol, submit, and should have one item inside it. Maybe not. Let me see. Yes, that's my bad. Because it started with empty. The bookmark started with empty array, so it doesn't have a first item inside it, so I cannot see that. But my idea is like we're gonna using a loop here, a for loop here, for each bookmark inside the bookmarks array. I'm gonna render it here. So instead of having another finish bookmark function, I'm gonna directly put the function inside the div here. Because right now I'm allowed to combine the JavaScript and HTML. So inside this curly brace, I'm gonna say for the bookmarks array, I'm going to do a map. I remember the map allows you to map every item inside bookmarks array. For each bookmarks inside it, I'd like to generate a div. Right, with for each bookmarks inside bookmarks, I want to generate a div. With h3, it has a bookmark the name. It has a it has a h3. What else it has? Let me see. It has h3. It has the a link. So it's gonna put the a link here. As href equals to, again, whenever you want to using a JavaScript code inside HTML, you're gonna using the curly brace. So it is using the href equal to bookmark the URL, and the text here is visit, and it has a class name btn and btn success. Right, so basically just create it in this way, and it has a button, right? Has a button with the text here is delete, and the class name is btn and btn danger. Right, so h3 a tag and btn. Right, so let's try to adding some button here. So if I add oblique submit, it's gonna add it here. So that if I adding a new one, adding an M symbol, submit, it's gonna add it here. So every time we're adding new thing, it's going to the React is very smart. It's like comparing the current bookmarks and see what new things you added there, and it's gonna map every bookmark you added, and create this to map every bookmarks you have inside the array, and for each bookmark, I'm gonna create the h3 and 2 buttons for you. So I don't need to separately create a finish bookmark function. I can just directly put that inside the HTML I had there. I'll stop here for a couple minutes and see if I had also using the videos to review what we did today. Right, so today we're only gonna go over this one project and give you the afternoon time to try to make it work. And tomorrow we're gonna redo the same thing we did today on the other 2 projects. Right. So that is the map here. This is a map allows you to map each bookmark on the screen to show the the page. right, to show the to show each bookmark item. Right, so we don't. So you see like how short it is. It just only have like 8 lines instead of like in the main.js, we have a whole for loop and have to create things one by one and using append a child to adding those things together. And now it just become like 8 lines of code. We just need to using the map, and for each bookmark we just create this structure. The h3 a tag button, h3 a tag button, and this is what it happened right now here. All right. So inside here, after we create that, you see here we come up with a new warning. It says each child inside the list should have a unique key here, because we have a bookmarks here. It's it just requires you to have a key for everything to distinguish like a different bookmarks here. So to fix that, when I do the map, I can, instead of only passing bookmark, I can also passing an index here called I, and for the div here, we're gonna say key is equal to this I here to fix this error warning here. The warning won't influence anything. Just I don't like the warning showing here, so just using instead of only passing bookmark, I also passing a index here, and says key is equal to the I. Like the index for bookmarks, the index is the first bookmark is gonna have index 0. Second one has 1. Third one have 2. So each div will have the separate different key here. So it will have the unique key to for each items we have. So we're gonna fix the issues for that. All right. That is for the finished bookmarks. But when I refresh the page, the item is not showing directly on the screen because the array it starts from the empty at the beginning when we created that. So instead of making it start from empty, we're going to start it from the same thing from the bookmarks array. So here we want to, instead of getting it empty, we want to change it, start from the getting its item from local storage. Right? So we're gonna get the item from local storage by doing json.parse. Actually the same code here. Getting the same code from getting the local storage directly, getting the bookmark directly from local storage. So local storage dot get item the bookmarks. So when I refresh the page, it's gonna directly get the item from local storage instead of getting the item start from empty. Why is nothing? Local storage doesn't have any bookmarks. Oh, let me adding something. M symbol. Submit. And in the Facebook, submit. So right now, if I refresh the page, these two things still here. Right? It's getting the item from directly from local storage at start when I come to this page. One last thing to do for the save is when I add in the new bookmarks here, I want to clear up this 2 input field. Right. So I did the same thing in the main.js. Like inside here, we're using the reset to empty the inputs, and we're going to do the same thing here. After the use effect, actually after here and new bookmarks, I'm going to do it here. Empty inputs. So we're going to do should I do it here? Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna do it here. So it's gonna be site name equal to empty, and site URL equal to empty. So remember the site name and site URL is used to change the value of these 2 variables, and these 2 variables are binding to the input here. Right, so now if I add in something new, add in Twitter, click submit, it's going to set it to empty. And this thing should still work. Still work. Alright, so that's it for the save and the finish. And another function is delete. Right, allows me to delete the bookmarks here. So for delete is binding to this button here, right? So that means we need to ending the on delete on this button, the button here, right? This button we created. So we're gonna have another event listener, right? So this one on click. When I click this button, I want to run the function delete. Delete. It's called delete. Right, I'm getting error here because it doesn't know like what I want to delete here. Let me see how I'm going to do it. Right, so let's create the delete function here. So constant delete. Delete is equal to a function, takes nothing, and do something here. Constant delete. What? Am I getting error here? Oops. What's wrong with this? What? Okay, now call it delete. Okay, I'm gonna call it remove. Assuming delete is like kind of like a not allowed name, so I'm gonna call it remove. I'm gonna call it remove bookmark. So for this one, unclick. I'm gonna call it remove bookmark. Make it another name. Delete is not a good name there. So here I'm gonna call it constant remove bookmark. Right, another name. And here I'm gonna see console.log 1, 2, 3. So when I click delete, it's gonna cancel log 1, 2, 3 for me. Alright, so I know this function is connected with this button, and I can do anything I want inside here. Oops, what is that? Right, so what we used to do is in the delete bookmarks, this is the old function we did. We are, trying to grab the bookmark's name and loop over the bookmarks array and trying to looking for that we match the name. So it's kind of like have to do a for loop every time. And in the JavaScript, it's actually easier. So I can directly pass in the bookmarks. Remember we have the bookmark inside the map. We can pass in the bookmark inside this unclick. We know like which one we want to delete. To pass in a variable, to tell it like I want to pass in the bookmark into this function like as a parameter, bookmark as a parameter. And inside the HTML, what we need to do is remove the bookmark. We need to have a bind here. Bind the bookmarks inside the function. We're going to say this, comma, bookmark. When you're using bind, the first one always going to be this, and the second one going to be the variable you want to pass in. I want to pass in the bookmark into it. And now when you call the console.log, the bookmark here, it's gonna tell you which bookmark you want to delete. So this is msymbol, this is Twitter, this is Ulium. So it knows which one you want to delete. When you're trying to pass in a parameter, you're gonna using a bind. This and with a bookmark. Bookmark is for each bookmark inside the bookmarks array, right? Just like the cat clicker we did. Okay, so I have bookmarks item here, and now I want to delete it. So to delete it, I'm going to set bookmarks array, right? Change the bookmarks array with bookmarks with a array. Remove the bookmark from the bookmarks array. Let me see, how do I remove it? You can use a for loop, the same for loop here, to remove the item, to compare the name with that item. And what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to using another higher order function called filter. So I can say bookmarks, the old bookmarks array, the filter. I want to filter out the bookmarks I don't need. Filter takes a function. I want to filter out the let me say for each element inside it. I want to filter out the item, the element. Actually, it's just using the traditional for loop. It's kind of like confusing you too much. So let's say, right, the same for loop here, right, the same for loop we used before, like the for loop here. So the constant new bookmark is equal to the old bookmarks, right? And for this new bookmarks, let's say for it's just same line here, exactly the same thing. Just gonna, because we are not allowed to directly change the value inside it, so we're gonna create a new variable, and for let I equal to 0, I smaller than I the length, not I length, bookmarks, new bookmarks length, I plus plus, and we'll do the same thing here. So if the the new bookmarks ith item, the name, is equal to the bookmark, the name, and then we book new bookmarks the splice I1, same code, right? Same code, and the break. Right, exactly same code like the one inside here, right? Same one. And then once that is done, we using set bookmarks, set that to the new bookmarks array. Right, set the new bookmarks array into it. And let me try to click delete. Seems like it's not working. Let me see. Do I need to also to set it back to the local storage? I don't think I need to do that. Let me see. Console.log new bookmarks. Just trying to do a console log, see how that works. Yeah, only have Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Yeah. So the changes. Yeah, it does delete it, but why it's not refreshing the page? When it changes, it should run because the bookmarks array is changing. It should call the user effect by itself. Let me see. Console.log 1, 2, 3. It's not calling that. see the bookmarks array is changes. Why it's not refreshing that? It's weird. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that later. So, yeah, the delete is not working for now. Let's finish the filter first, and we're gonna come back to delete later. Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with it. For the filter, that's the last function we have. Is we have a filter input here, and when I type something, it should filter out the bookmarks. How do I do the filter here? Let's see. So we have a input filter. It has ID. We don't need ID anymore since we're not using curly selector ID. And we're going to again has a input for this one for the filter. Right. So we're gonna have input for that. So constant filter and the set filter is equal to use state. Right, same thing. And go back to the filter here. There is a filter. It's right here. So it will have value equal to filter, have an unchange. This time the unchange, we're going to call a function here because we're not only trying to change the. Actually, we can just have a set a filter. I think that's gonna be good enough. Set filter with should be a function fifth. Right, set filter takes the e here with the either target the value. Right, we do the same thing, either target the value. Right, so allows me to change the value here. And then when this value changes, I want to filter out some bookmarks here. So we need another user effect. Another user effect. I'm going to put it right here. Use effect. This time is when the filter changes, we'll do something. When the filter changes, we'll do something. What I want to do here is when the filter changes, I'd like to console.log the current filters. Try if that works. So when I type something, yeah, say it's console log out what I'm typing here. So yeah, it's connected together. And when the filter changes, I want to only show the ones has a such name. So let's say main.js. We're gonna need a for loop here. Do the same thing. God, how do I do that? right? I need some time to think about this one because this maybe broken the previous code I already have. So I'm gonna stop the videos now to